Hi, welcome to the Power Wheelchair Comparison, where we are going to check out the top power wheelchairs on the market today.
Funding is so difficult these days. The government doesn't really understand what it's like to have the specific features that you need.
Powered seating functions are extremely critical to consumers, and having the ability to get pressure relief from your tilt or having the ability for the power recline, those features are extremely important. And ultimately, what we all hope to achieve is that those minimize the risk of pressure ulcers. So therefore, you help to preserve the integrity and the health of all of our consumers. And so it's very important to all of us. And so again, why we need to continue to make sure that Medicare recognizes, as well as the government recognizes, the importance of those features.
Medicare does not pay for elevators, and they don't pay for standing chairs. So that makes it tough. I mean, I think personally that every new injury, whether it's spinal cord or MS or ALS, those progressive diseases, a lot of people who have those diagnoses could benefit from more standing.
Seat Elevate's a great one. I wish that Medicare would be a little more proactive on funding it. Unfortunately, Medicare does not see it as a medical benefit, but lots of commercial payers do, and some state Medicaids are starting to. The main benefit to me for Seat Elevate medically is the ability to transfer downhill. So if you're able to elevate your seat and you're able to transfer yourself with some assistance, then the ability to work with gravity and go downhill is obviously a significant advantage.
Recently, with the new legislation in place, they're going to take 3 of the most important line items on the chair: the tilt recline, the pressure relieving cushion, and the positioning headrest, and they're basically cutting the reimbursement. It could be anywhere from 40 to 50% cut in reimbursement, which would mean that it would be almost impossible for companies like Permobil to offer these features on the chair.
So the consumer needs to know that this is happening, that the potential cuts are out there, because this may impact all of what they are able to get on their product.
So what that means to the end users, they will not have access to features like standing chairs and seat elevators and even just basic ones like pressure relieving cushions and using tilt and recline to get pressure off your bottom or reposition your body in the chair.
People need these functions. People medically and physically need these functions. The government says you don't need them. The government doesn't know what a person may or may not need. And when that person genuinely needs something like that, the government is just completely in the wrong to say you don't.
Nothing is more impactful than an end user's voice.
I think being vocal is very important, contacting their local representatives, disability law firms within their city, getting onto the web and getting in touch with advocacy groups like Users First. There's other ones out there as well. That's the first one I think of. But just being more vocal and getting involved and learning about where the state of the industry is in right now.
Nothing has a bigger impact than someone that can go to their congressman, that can go to their legislator and talk about what's involved in their activities of daily life, what it takes to get out of bed, what it takes to accomplish everything that they want to do, and how their equipment helps them do that. That kind of story, a congressman or a legislator seeing that face to face or hearing from an end user has a much bigger effect than anything we as an industry can do. And every single voice counts. I think that sometimes politically people get lost in it's such a big system and what's one person going to do, but when it comes down to local representatives and congressmen, one voice is a big voice, especially when people see it face to face and can identify with, wow, I didn't realize that, I was thinking we were making cuts on, walkers and canes, but what we're actually doing is we're going to completely change this person's ability to get to work or go watch a soccer game with my kids. And that type of impact, that type of making it personal, will carry more weight than anything anybody else can do.
Transportation provided by Brawnability. Locations provided by Illuminate Studios. The Power Wheelchair Comparison Web Series, brought to you by the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation and Gold Pictures.